other Apple Bites. As you can see, we have a regular show today. It's been a while since we do the regular show. So it's going to be a lot of fun just to geek out, have fun, and talk about what's coming up. And the first thing we'll talk about is this weekend, right? Yeah, it's this weekend. There it is, Bronx Anime. It is this weekend, and we shall be there. Go check it out. It is an amazing event. Dude, you guys gotta go to this one. It's just to die for.
It's still a church basement, right?
Yep. It's underneath. Cool. It's like a classic Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be.
I love it. I mean, the only reason I know about it because I don't think I'm on their list, but Keith Williams is going to be there, so I'm on Keith's list, and he said he's going to be at Bronx, so it's pretty exciting. Should be a good time.
Oh, cool. Keith is going to be. Was he there last year?
No, he wasn't there last year. I didn't see him.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So it's be interesting to see him out there.
Yep.
I feel like we've seen Keith a lot this year.
Well, he does a con, I think, almost every weekend. I mean,
yeah. There's times where he's doing cons, and I'm like, "You at a con?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, he's busy. It's how he gets to in retirement. Good for him. I mean, people still like his stuff like him, and if he can do some commissions and get his name out there still, God bless him. I am all for it. So.
Yep, it's $20 at the door, $15 if you buy it online, and if you want to do the VIP early bird, it's $25.
Yeah, I might have to get it online tonight if I'm still in time. I don't know. I might be out of time. We'll see. Anyway.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks. It's important to support these smaller cons, even though this one's gotten pretty big.
Yeah, it's that was my first time I did it last year, and I dressed up as Haugens, and it's actually part of the cosplay contest. I didn't win anything, but I gave it a lot of stuff. It was great.
I loved you on the red carpet. I think we got footage of that too.
That was fun. I met a lot of neat people there, a lot of good people, and it's a very intimate location. I like the basement because they have a large basement there. I mean, it's probably
it definitely is.
5 rows of vendors,
a wrestling ring on top of everything else they're doing.
Yeah, it's a cool space, and it's really a lot of fun.
Look at that. And then, of course, as always, the cosplay is big at Bronx Anime. They got the whole contest going on, which is what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yep. If you guys want, you should go check it out. It's just a great con.
And Will Torres is going to be there. Very cool. Yeah, I got to get there. Very cool.
So you're gonna have some 2 of your cover artists there.
Yeah, Keith and Will. My plan is to bring. I got stickers for my Kickstarter cards, and it has a QR code on it that brings it right to the Kickstarter campaign now. So.
I was wondering what you were gonna do because I know we were talking about this, and I was like, you were like, okay, I'll bring something so people can support the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think I might do is bring some preview editions. I got a ton left, and hand them out, and have the Kickstarter card in there, and hopefully get people interested. So I'll walk around, look for a CT. He'll have a bunch of books for free. It'll be fun.
You should have like a prize if you support the Kickstarter right now. You get this.
Well, that's the idea, but you know how cons are.
I also know how you are.
Fans are like that of a gnat, and you're lucky if you get them for like 2 seconds. So
I also know how you are.
Yeah, I mean, I like to hook people in, but while they sit there and actually go to the app and actually do a Kickstarter pledge while I'm waiting, I don't think this is going to happen. People want to get in and they want to get their stuff and they want to see things, and they don't want to just sit around doing my kind of thing. So it's one thing about a booth; it'd be a little different, but walking around it's going to be, I think, more difficult. But that's okay. You never know who you're going to tap.
It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this is an amazing convention. We have a lot of fun at this convention. It is just a classic comic con.
It's
and it totally is. Yeah. Our friends from
Russ going to be there or no? Russ isn't going to be there, I guess. No.
Game of Tunes?
Yeah. I thought he did this one. No.
Now, Russ tends to stay in Long Island.
Okay.
I think the only time he comes over here is for patches and pins.
Okay.
which is in October, I think.
Okay.
I think it's in October. Oh, this stuff looks fantastic.
It's
And of
gonna be fun.
course, besides this, next weekend we will be heading off to Terrificon.
Yeah, the April 8th is Trificon that Saturday, so that's gonna be pretty exciting. It's I like that con. I think in terms of size, it's a little bit smaller than Garden State, but there's a lot of people that go to this con. I think, in terms of New England, it's not really a fan expo, but it's got that feel of a smaller con. I think a lot of people like it. And they have a lot of celebrities there, which I'm impressed with every year.
It has the feel of a smaller con,
Yeah.
and at the same time, it's a big con.
Yeah.
Which is
No,
a great
it's
combination. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's really well done, and I just I know I go to these things, I'm always exhausted walking around all day. By the time 3-4 o'clock hits, it's like just I want to go to sleep.
Oh, I think what makes it better is the fact that if you want to step away, you're in the freaking Mohegan Sun, so it makes life so much easier.
Yeah,
It's like, let's go do something else.
yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it should be good. I know Shadow's not gonna be here this year, but we'd like to have seen him. But it's okay. We can go up. I know that usually Agents of Slab attends this one, and I like Dino and his group. I mean, they're really good in terms of providing slabs. So I'm going to bring my preview comic along with my silver pen, and I'll have them attest it right there. And I'll get an autograph signature slab of preview.
You might as well, yeah.
It'll say artist, Paul Hebert, signature Paul Hebert. So I'm pretty excited about that.
It's the best things to do.
So
oh my god! Yeah, this is another Comic-Con that's very comic centric.
Yep.
You have the classic comic people there, usually, and it's great because you have some of the people that have made your comics, when we were younger.
And these tickets will sell out. I know that. I mean, this.
Oh, they always sell out. Yeah.
And so you gotta get your tickets in advance because the line to get in. The first year I did this because I think I've done this 2 years.
Oh my god, that line is always interesting.
It's always long. It's like you're almost better off just waiting till 11:30 to go in. That way you have to wait in line. So.
Yeah, thing's gonna be there again.
It's a lot of fun. Yep.
Oh my god, he's a great guy.
Yeah. Very cool.
It's so funny because we always run into each other, and he's like, "I know you." I'm like, "Yep, you know me."
Yeah, it's. I got to look at the list again because I'm gonna try and probably bring some books and get them autographed. So we'll see. I just can only carry so much stuff. It just gets to the point where your back gets out after a while.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's difficult. I don't know how some of the other. Oh look, Keith's gonna be there too.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
2 weeks in a row, we're gonna see him.
He's everywhere.
2 weeks in a row, we're gonna see him.
And this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday too, right?
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. If you guys want to make it up there, dude, this is one of the best things is you go up there for the weekend. And you, oh look, Chris Campana.
Yep.
Oh my God, yeah, this is going to be excellent.
Yeah. Well, Alan Milgram, I like Alan Milgram too. He's such a good guy. Jim Lee's got a signing going on, so you got to wait.
And you go, you gamble, you do comics.
I don't gamble. I just go and do comics.
Well, comics is a gamble.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a gamble or not, but it's certainly a big diversion.
It definitely is a gamble. Oh yeah, dude, look at this. It just goes on and on and on. Oh, Stephanie Phillips will be there too.
Yeah, I have to say, the artist alley they have there is got to be one of the biggest ones out of New York City Comic Con that I've seen. And it's usually like at least 3 or 4 rows of artists, which is really cool.
The Sarge is going to be there.
Yeah, he's really fun.
Sergeant
I can't believe how good he looks after all these years.
Shoot, dude.
Because man, I grew up as a kid watching Sergeant Slaughter. I can't imagine how old he is now.
Oh, you saw that Ryan Reynolds showed up at San Diego Comic-Con, and the fans didn't know because he was in costume.
Right.
And he even went and took a picture with Sergeant Slaughter, and he didn't tell Sergeant Slaughter who he was.
Oh, that's so funny.
So now the sergeant's like, Ryan, we need a redo.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know, I gotta say, it's been an interesting year. It's been a lot of fun, and yeah, I can't believe it's already freaking August.
I know it's scary. Timothy Zahn, that's huge. I love his books; those are great. I don't understand why they didn't tap him for the whole sequel for Star Wars, but that's me. Anyway.
There's my Carpenter.
Yep.
Oh my God, yeah, this is got folks. You should make your way up there. Look, there's Walter.
Yep.
You,
That's
you,
one thing I like about Walt and Louise. I mean, they're so laid back, and you go up there and they'll sign you. They'll give you like 3 books for like $10 to sign. It's so cool. They're just really nice people.
Jerry Conway.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm telling you, these are the legends of
Mike
when I
Grell,
was a kid.
huge.
I like this guy. He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Go back to Mike Grell for a second. I just want to see what he's advertising. Yep. Warlord and
Stable.
Green Arrow. Love it.
All-star. Yeah.
I love Mike Grell. I was such a huge fan of Mike Grell with Warlord and Sable. I might have to pull some of my issues out just to get them signed. It's really cool.
Oh, Jerry Ordway.
Yep.
Oh my God.
This is so much fun.
Yeah, it's a great convention. You can tell, folks, because we've been on this for a bit here.
And Jurgens, wow, this is amazing. I didn't realize this is a huge. See, that's what's missing from Garden State. It's like they've
Some
got
of the legends, yeah.
They don't have the really big names like Mitch does. These guys are huge in the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they had, Kevin Eastman, but it was one name. But look how many names you got just in this one panel. You know what I'm saying? And you haven't even touched on the celebrities. Bob McLeod, this is huge. I don't know if it's the proximity to Boston or what. I mean, Scott Hanna comes from New Jersey. He lives in New Jersey, so.
Hey, our pal Scott.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in New Jersey, so it's just, such as Justin, Joseph Rubenstein. That's another big one. These are all, legends in the industry. It's so much fun.
This is why we like going, because it's one of those cons that is actually a comic con, because you get to see all these old legends.
Yep, it's great.
I am looking forward to it. I always look forward to it. It's a great road trip. The food is fantastic.
Yeah, the food's not bad. It's got a decent mall in it. It's just,
Oh, dude, the freaking Krispy Kreme. Oh.
I don't go near that store anymore.
I don't think I remember the last time I went.
I mean, I'll maybe have a donut like twice a year. That's it. I won't have any more donuts after this. I mean, I'll have a sausage, egg, and cheese, but I won't have.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna have a donut, Mohegan Sun is the place to have it, because they actually make it. The donuts there.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I went to college, I went to Rhode Island School of Design, and one of my roommates, actually, he lived next door to us. His name's Robert, and he used to work at Dunkin' Donuts every Saturday night. So he'd go in at like 10 o'clock in the evening. He'd come home at like 6 o'clock in the morning. He was baking donuts all night. That's when they baked the donuts at the store. And he'd have like 3 dozen of donuts for every Sunday morning. It was the best. It was like, that's when Dunkin' Donuts was Dunkin' Donuts now. It's like everything's shipped in and they're like stale by the time they get to the store, so.
That's what I'm saying. If you ever get a chance to like have the donuts freshly made in the location, do it.
Well, if you're in Rhode Island and you're in Newport, okay, I go to Newport a lot because of my family. There's a store on the West Main Road. It's called Mod's Donuts, and they have to be like the best donuts ever because they make them there, and they're fresh every day. And they have a masalada. It's almost like a Portuguese fried dough. It's amazing. It's so good. It's awful in terms of weight gain, but it's great.
That's how they get you, man. They get you to go to these fresh ones, and then you get the donut fresh. Then you want more donuts, and you want more donuts.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to TrifficCon. I got my ticket. I'm good, so we're good.
Same here. Dude, you got something new to talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited. So we've got our storefront up. I've run into some problems with my previous provider, so I have a Shopify store in place, and I'm pretty excited about this. It's looking really slick. I've got some, I got my preview video going in the background, which is fun, and I'm loading merch in, so it's really an easy shopping experience in terms of going in and buying stuff. It's a lot easier than it was before from an end user point of view, and when the Kickstarter is over, I'll actually have a preview section up, so coming soon. So any kind of merchandise that was on the Kickstarter that people didn't take part in, they'll be able to go in and purchase it. So we've got our swag up there. We've got a hoodie. I'll be throwing a hoodie on as an add-on shortly. I'm loading the magnets in. I'm loading the pins in. Pretty much everything is going to be on here that I'm offering the Kickstarter, as well as what I've been offering for the cons themselves. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's looking really hot. It's sleek. It's modern. It works. Not to worry about orders not going through. We have a email newsletter sign up as well, which I didn't have before. So it's a really nice integration. I'm really happy that this is working out so well so far. So,
dude, it made sense because I was looking at the Kickstarter and you had all these add-ons. I'm like, I mean, you should be selling all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, now that I have a store that I'm really confident in, I know it's going to work. And it's really easy name to remember as well. It's timeenforcers.store, so everyone can go to it and find it pretty easily. And it's just like I said, it's easy to load things up. It's easy to expand the store pretty quickly, and that's what I like about it. It's less headaches for me because that way I can focus on creating stuff as well. I'm not really worried about having problems loading products into a page and getting available for sale.
It's also great because it gives you a place to have your merch. And then people, when they look you up, they can go buy the merch.
Well, it's funny. I just loaded the store up. I made it live probably like 3 or 4 days ago, and it's already coming up in the search engines. I don't know if that has something to do with my Time Enforcer's identity, but it's coming up in the search engines already, so that's pretty cool. So
I just realized something. I know the hat has the logos for the Time Enforcer. I'm surprised you don't have a shirt that has Time Enforcer on it.
Oh. Yeah, it's funny. I thought about that, but I almost feel it's almost so much like a billboard.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. And one of the reasons why we put the Bitten Apple shirt up is because every time I would go somewhere, he goes, "Why can't I buy this shirt, Ralph?"
Are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah.
No one says it to me.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the weirdest thing because you go to a convention and they go, "How come I can't get the shirt, Ralph? I want to buy the shirt."
Well, I got to put you in touch with my provider because you can do like one-offs and they're not cheap, but if someone wants a one-off, you can charge them a price for it and then cover your costs. So
yeah, I think we as creators forget that when people are invested in our stuff, they want to represent the brand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It's funny. I've had a couple people come up to the cons where didn't know who they were. They even talked to them. They said, "I want that hat." So
yeah,
I just sell it to them. It's really cool.
It's a great hat. I gotta say, like you weren't cheesy on it. I'm a big hat guy. I was more of a big hat guy before, but I gotta say, your hat fits really well. It's very sturdy. It doesn't feel like one of these throwaway hats where you wear it a couple times and you're like, "Oh, this is horrible."
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Ralph, because I really, I know my products are probably a little bit more expensive than most, but I'm really trying to have a quality product that people can buy and wear and not worry about it, And I do that throughout what I do, even when it comes to shipping. I know my shipping costs might be a bit more expensive than most, but I'm a collector, and when it comes to like Kickstarters and stuff, and believe me, I've got plenty of Kickstarter packages from creators. It's fallen apart. It was exposed to the elements. I didn't say anything, but it bothers me because if I'm going to spend money on this, I'd rather invest an extra $1 or $2 in shipping and make sure I package it up properly for my backers, and that way they know they're going to be getting something from me that's going to come in one piece. And if it doesn't, if something happens, it's fully insured, so you don't have to worry about the package getting destroyed or getting lost. I'll have the insurance on it as well for making sure it's tracked properly. So
it's important. Like I don't think a lot of people think about all this stuff, especially when people are doing Kickstarters and they're getting the product out to the people who have supported them.
Well, I go back, and I'm dating myself now, but Steve Jobs was like so meticulous and anal about everything about the client experience with Apple. Everything. From the start of ordering on the website to receiving the package that you get in the mail for him for his product. And his packaging was amazing. And I take that to heart because I think it's a whole experience when it comes to engaging with whoever buys your merchandise.
Right.
You want to make sure the merchandise is high quality, and you want to make an impression. And package delivery is a huge way to make an impression with someone.
Oh,
It
definitely.
comes in a box. It looks really slick. It's well packaged. It's well padded, and there's like a handwritten note in it. And I've had backers, I've had creators that have had handwritten notes. That it means a lot to me. It means they actually sat down and write something to me, how they appreciate my time and my money in terms of investing in their product. That means
That's
they've
what we were
actually.
talking about with Mr. Fish, because he does that. Like
Yep.
every time I've supported one of his Kickstarters, I get a handwritten note.
Yep. I agree. I mean, Fish is great. I mean, I like his products. He throws in extra goodies, and he has a great comic. I mean, Alice Lost in Wonderland's amazing. I haven't
It
read
is.
Green Zone yet,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be getting that when it comes. So I'm excited about that as well. It should be
Do
good.
it, and that new thing that he was talking to us on Monday that he's releasing.
Roll for
Word.
Hero,
Dude,
or
this was great.
yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. So I was going to try and tap into that as well if I ever get time to sit down and do things, something like that. So
I know the feeling because we're constantly doing something.
yeah. So yeah, I
Uh,
mean, the Kickstarter's going well. I mean, I've kind of flattened out a bit, but I'm past goal, which I'm happy about. So now I'm only, $314 away from our first stretch goal. I
oh
might,
yeah, you're really close, and you
yeah,
got so much time left.
I might mix things up a little bit with the stretch goals, and we kind of tapped it on George's show yesterday or the day before. I can't remember which day it was, but um, I had originally set up the stretch goal for the $4,000 level to be a Keith Williams variant. I'm kind of like announcing something I probably shouldn't because I want to make it a surprise, but I just want to let people know. I'm probably going to make it a $3,000 level. Anyone that contributes to the campaign, I don't care if it's $5, if it's $10. If we get $3,000, I'm going to swap it out. It'll be a Keith Williams variant that he did of Nickel Time. So that'll be a full issue along with his cover. It'll be a Virgin variant like I'm doing for the other artists.
Hmm.
So these are only available on the Kickstarter. I'll have the variants available after the Kickstarter, but it's going to have Time Enforcers branding on it. So this is the only opportunity where you can get, a very pristine look at this art without any kind of Time Enforcers clutter
You
on
guys
it.
were talking about no, we were talking about it Monday. I love the fact that you did that because these will be Kickstarter exclusives. That means that if you got the Kickstarter, you're getting these exclusive Virgin covers. After this, it's gonna have the Time Enforcer on the top there.
Yep, and even the print edition is going to say Kickstarter exclusive edition. So the regular print edition is going to have a price, but this has no price on it. It's exclusive to Kickstarter. Anyone that pledges at, I think it's $20 or above, is going to get that print edition, and they'll have that exclusive edition as well. So someday when my stuff is worth money and people look back 100 years from now, it's like, wow, that exclusive edition was only worth available for like a month in August of 2026.
The funny thing is, and I know we've talked about this on the show before because we've had a couple of people, they're indie creators, and they don't have the books anymore, and these books are selling on the sell sites for like $500 to $600.
Well, why do you think I want to slab mine? I'm going to take my preview edition and slab it. That's why I'm slabbing. Let's get real. I mean, my kids don't want it. I want it.
Oh my god.
I've got about 100 copies left of the preview edition, so I'll be handing some of those out for free at Trificon and also Brock's Anime. But my feeling is I may just throw in the preview edition for everyone that's backed at this point. I mean, I have this stuff. I want to share it, and I just appreciate everyone that's got on board with this campaign. So
I gotta say, so You're going to be roaming around this weekend at Bronx Anime, and then next weekend at Terrificon. So let's say somebody has already supported you. I feel like you know, if they see you and they say hi, they should get something.
Well, yeah,
And
I
if we
mean,
support you there at the
well,
place,
you know, what do you wait be a freaking pack mule now? Of course, I was planning on bringing buttons. Of course, I was
oh, I know what you're gonna bring. I don't
but
mind helping you
my
carry it.
pack is going to give out, Raphael. It can only carry so much stuff. I'm sorry, man.
I
I
don't
know
mind
you want a
helping
pin.
you.
I'm going to get you the pin. Don't worry, you'll be there. It's okay. You'll get a pin. I don't think you have a chrono flip yet, right? You don't have the chrono flip for
I don't think
for
so.
chrono
No,
yet, do
I
you?
think I got everything else.
Yeah, you got everything else. So I'll get you that too. So don't worry. You'll get your free stuff. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't mind being a pack mule for you.
Okay. Well, after all the stuff I'm going to give you for free, you'll be a pack mule. So you'll be good.
Oh my god, I gotta
No,
say,
but you're one of my biggest supporters, so I'm happy to give my stuff to you, man. I
I gotta
love
say
you.
though,
I love
I
the way you
feel like
support me. You know, so
I was gonna say what I feel like when you do stuff like that for the fans, you know, that you run into them, they supported you already. You're like, here, you know, they kind of appreciate stuff like that.
well, it's funny you say that, okay? And this has been my intention all along. Anyone that backs this campaign, what frustrates me about Kickstarter is I have no way to contact people outside of their, message systems. Like you don't get emails, you don't get anything. But I make it a point of rewarding people for joining us. So my intention is after this Kickstarter campaign is done, is to get people involved, at least get a contact information with them so I can start forwarding them either free digital stuff or if it cost effective enough, some free print stuff that I can get in
Right.
the mail pretty inexpensively. This is outside of the Kickstarter. This is going to be anyone who's a member of the Secret Circle will be part of this. And if we get to $2,000, everyone that's backed this campaign will be a member of the Secret Circle. So I don't make a joke about this. I just really feel it's important to build a fan base because the way Sam was referring to it on George's webcast, it's just like it's tough. I mean, you got to build a fan base and have people understand. It's like, yeah, we're not a Marvel, we're not a DC, but we're
Exactly.
different.
But I like that. I like the idea. Let me show it off. It's up here. Hopefully I'm not making you guys sick. But I love because I grew up with this stuff and a lot of it was before my time. So being part of like some secret circle or something, the coder rings and all this and that, the badge. I feel like that's an interesting thing to do these days.
Well, it's funny now. Like now, I got the freaking bugs, so I got to figure out. It's one thing to get a sticker; it's another thing to get a pin, right?
Or a badge.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make a ring. I'm gonna have to make a Time
Oh,
Forces ring. It'd be so cool. It'd be like freaking Green Lantern. It'll have the hourglass on it.
I had a feeling.
This is it,
Yeah.
man. You've heard it. Now you've got it. Now I got another thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a ring with an hourglass. Okay. Anyone that gets a Secret Circle will have this, and they can say, "In the darkest of night."
I like it. Well, I love the logo with the hourglass. So the ring sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'm sure there's some supplier on Amazon that can do this relatively inexpensively that I can get like a one size fit all ring that I can use. And it's got to be good. It's not gonna be cheap. So I don't want like a cheap plastic thing. Ralphie's thing was cool because it was metal. It was like a little spin, decoder device, which is fun. But
Every time you say that, all I think about is drink your Ovaltine.
What, another crummy commercial?
Yeah, folks, I love A Christmas Story. It's one of my favorite things. I can watch it over and over on Christmas when they do the 24-hour marathons.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've seen that. And then the new part is pretty good too. So I like watching both. I feel like they should do both parts back to back now instead of
Yeah,
just
that'd be great.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. When I first saw A Christmas Story, I didn't find it really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But then as I started to watch it more, I really started to appreciate the humor because it's very subtle. It's not like hit over your head,
Yeah.
Funny type stuff. Everything is, has like an undertone to it. And you have to really listen to get it, which is fun because it makes it more engaging that way, so. That's
Also,
really
the
cool.
nostalgia in A Christmas Story kind of fits us because we were around for that type of Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but just everything they did in terms of the set design and
No,
the way they
definitely.
placed products in there,
Mhm.
like the Oxy soap, and the way they were doing things with the newspaper and the commercials. It was so
Yeah.
much fun. It was so much fun. It was a great thing. But yeah, no, this is what I want to do with the Secret Circle. It's really meant to get people engaged. It's just not a Discord channel. I really want to, provide, opportunities for people to get some free stuff, whether they keep it or not, throw it in the trash. I don't know, but it's the type of thing where they're getting something for what I consider like a team building type of
I gotta
experience.
say though, when I was at Garden State Comic Fest, I saw people come with your merch and wearing it and on them, and I don't think they'll throw it away.
Yeah, I just it's that really warms my heart because I put a lot of effort into this, and I think it's really important. I think aside from the merch and the comic and everything, I think the idea of trying to get kids involved in learning history, and everyone says it's really important, and so I just want to continue that just to get it, keep it going, and hopefully reach some students and share the value of it's really can be fun to learn something that happened in the past as opposed to being something that's a chore for you to memorize, so
I know you have the teachers event coming up soon in November, right?
yeah, the NJEA, the New Jersey Educators Association, is in Atlantic City. It's in the convention center. It's the first week in November. Don't have the exact dates, but it's Thursday and Friday, and it's really a good event for me in the sense that I'm reaching a different population. It's one thing to attend a con where I may occasionally hit an educator or a lot of parents, but now this is primarily just educators, and there are plenty of administrators as well that I've had an opportunity to meet. So it's really a good opportunity to reach the education community because that's really where I want to go with this. In addition to the education framework that we're doing, I want to build up this whole history all around this program that's going to transform the whole mobile experience for kids. So.
And how does that work? Because I know you're not really selling. And I feel like that's where I'm going with this. You're not selling when you're there. So how does the merch and stuff work that you have while you're there?
Usually it's a giveaway. I'll have stuff. I mean, I might try and get away and sell some stuff, but I think for the most part, I had it set up where I had smaller pieces of merchandise like a magnet. I didn't have the pins at the time, so I might use the pins this year, but I had a survey going on where we had the surveys before where we use the on-spot social and we can grab their name and their email address and they get registered for a contest. So that worked out really well. From an information gathering standpoint, I was able to use that survey for a lot of different things over the course of the past year. I've had a couple of grant applications as well as some positioning with educators, and being able to have that research is critical, especially when it comes to this community, because you have to show some idea that what you're providing has some worth, and that's what the survey does. I mean, it shows that educators looked at this, they evaluated it. We asked questions, in terms of what the importance is of having a program like this, and resoundingly, they all expressed it was really important. So it was really, great results we got from the survey, and we'll be doing something again like that this year. So.
Okay, I was wondering how that works because I know it's different because I've done both types of shows. I've done the shows where it's closed to the public and it's more of a trade show,
Yep.
and that's what this is because
Yeah,
it's more
yeah.
for the
This is
teachers.
this is
Yeah.
definitely like more of an industry event. It's
Hmm.
not like a public event. You have to be an educator and administrator to get invited. So any teacher from New Jersey and any school administrator from New Jersey, they don't limit it to public schools. I think private, charter, or as well as homeschooling educators are involved in terms of being able to attend the show. So, and I did meet several homeschoolers. I met several charter school educators, and across the board, everyone was really enthusiastic about this program. So it's just you got to keep this traction going. So.
This is also where you premiered all the things that you had set up with the folders and the the student initiative, right?
Yeah, that's the education framework and what I call history all around us. And basically, it comprises two components. One for the students, where we have what I call mission journals. So they actually get a physical journal that will allow them to do the research they have to do for class, write notes down. They actually have to write things down as opposed to just looking at a screen. And it'll allow them to take those notes and get together with their classmates and then put together a presentation. So I had many experiences with my kids in particular where, the teacher would ask the kids to work in a group as a presentation. And what ended up happening was one or two kids did all the work while the other kids kind of like loafed off.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah. So, I mean, so this is really incentivizing the kids because they get merit badges for it. So if they go through and they do a good job, you get it rewarded with a badge. And I think, understanding that you get a gold star for something is kind of cool. And so you have the mission journals, and they go in there, and it gives them a way so they can have a record of what they researched and what they did. The other portion of it is what I call a data bank, and the data bank is actually information for each core curriculum that's offered. So if you're going to be studying feudal Japan, the data bank will include opportunities for the students to select what they want to research. So the people, places, or things that happened during feudal Japan, they'll be able to choose what they want to look at in terms of research. And it's called student agency. So the students have the power to dictate, okay, I'm interested in learning about a tea ceremony, how important was the culture of, the Japanese at that time, or I just want to focus on a shogunate in terms of who were the actual rulers of Japan during this time of the feudal era. And so it's given them those opportunities. They each get to research their own topic. They get together, they come back, they pull the topics together as a group, 3 or 4 kids, and then they do a presentation. And so they get the experience of working in a group, collaborating, and then ultimately doing a presentation in front of the class. And it could be a poster, it could be a diorama, doesn't really matter. It's really up to kids to decide how they want to present their ideas. It could be just them standing up, with a slideshow. It could be anything. So that's the idea you have in the student program. But then the educator side, we actually built out what I called integrated research dashboard, IRD, which it provides the educator with the ability to track the students who are taking the course. So they can add or delete students from the course. They can actually choose a curriculum for themselves based on the curriculum that's available. So if they want to look at feudal Japan, or they want to look at ancient Egypt, or they want to look at, the Industrial Revolution, these are all subjects that will be aligned with state mandates, meaning that the state says, yes, if you want to study the Industrial Revolution, these are the state codes you have to follow, and that's what these programs do. So the curriculum is all aligned with the states, and then they're able to take that core program and then essentially distribute the materials out to the kids, and then they're able to track their progress. I mean, the way we're doing this program is we're going to have essentially 4 stages of integration, right? We're going to have the graphic novel, which I think is important. Okay, we're going to have a tabletop role-playing game where the kids can interact with each other. So it's going to be a Trivia Pursuit, Dungeons and Dragons type of experience where they only have to answer trivia questions, but they have to maybe create their own character from history or use a pre-made character, come in and actually figure things out when they are confronted with a situation. So what do you do to defeat this villain at this time? And that's what you do. That's Dungeons and Dragons. And then we have the video game, so the kids can go home, they can play the video game. There's challenges within the game itself. They have to bypass the challenges. Those challenges will be recorded into the dashboard for the teacher so they can see how they did. And then you have the the journals. So basically those are the 4 components that comprise us. It's really trying to get the kids involved in different levels of engagement, because it's all about not every kid is a speed reader, not every kid can look at something and just instantly adapt to it. And we're trying to build this program out where it's approachable by readers of all different levels and all different ages, and it's really meant to be engaging in that sense. And that's where the universal design for learning comes into play, making the information so pretty much any reader level can understand what's happening as they go through it.
And I've told you before, but I love the fact that all this is one big plan.
Yep. Yeah, it didn't start out that way. It started out just as a video game.
Yeah.
But as I started to get into it, and my wife is my education consultant. She works at Fairleigh Dickinson University with kids with learning disabilities, and it inspired me to take this further than just a video game, and that's kind of where the progress went with this. And I'm not looking back. I think it's great. I think it's really progressed well. I just my only contention is I just don't have the resources to build it out as quick as I can. I mean, it's going through, it's being built out, but it's taking, longer than I hoped it would take to do. So that's okay.
Oh, I feel you because it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. I
And
mean,
it's one of the reasons why we did this Kickstarter is to see if we can get you some money flowing so you can actually get yourself a team.
and believe me, whatever I get out of this, I'm going to be appreciative for. So, I mean, if it's only $1,668, I'm fine with that. I mean, I just feel that it's more money than I had before I started. And I'm hopefully building a fan base on top of that because you know how these things work. I mean, you see these Kickstarters, $20,000, $30,000. They're doing like issue 9, so they've been around a while and they have a fan
Yeah,
base. And so I've had one Kickstarter prior to this, which was for the video game, and that did great. I mean, I think it was different economic times. I think it was people had a little more
that is
flush with
true
money
too.
during
Yeah.
COVID.
Hmm.
So but now it's a little bit more difficult. I mean, it's challenging for people, to pay the rent, pay the bills, and I understand that. And so I just got to keep moving forward and just hope that I have the resources to go and get more people involved with this, and then hopefully find the right contacts to make an investment in this so we can just continue it and expand it. So
And we've been talking about that on the show. It's like a lot. I think everybody doing Kickstarter right now is having the same issue.
hmm
I find that the majority of people are funding. It's just that they stay stuck in around 2 to 3 thousand from their funding goal.
yeah, it's very rare. Well, I've seen a few of them because I have the app, and but a lot of times it's I hate to say it. I mean Chuck talks about this all the time, and uh, so does Phil. And it's just
Right.
like there's certain genres that just resonate with people on Kickstarter above other comics,
That
and
is true.
and Phil's is Phil's Papa book is amazing. I will continue to back that Kickstarter because it's just an incredible book, and it's different. It's not it's not sex, it's not gore, it's not blood. It's a story, and I think it's really important that those Kickstarters get as much attention as the other ones too. So
Yeah, it's kind of sad though, because you're right. Phil's book Papa, it should do gangbusters.
yeah, I can't wait for issue 2. I know you've read the whole thing, so I'm at a loss. I've only read the first issue, and my wife read it too. She thought it was amazing, and it
But the
takes a
first
lot to
issue
get that kind of.
and the surprise ending. Oh,
Yeah, it was great. Well, it's not an ending, right? It's just the end of issue 1, so
yeah.
it's
Well,
it's
it's
a
a surprise ending
continuation.
for issue one.
The cliffhanger. It's like okay. No, it was great. So I can't wait for issue 2 to come out, and I know he's close to getting it done, so I'm pretty excited for that. Should be good.
Phil's good at that though, because with tragedy, it was a surprise ending for issue one as well.
hmm Yep.
He knows how to tease. He knows how to get you to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, the tease is there, but the writing he has is the
Oh, definitely
characters had a lot
solid.
of
Mhm.
weight, and it meant a lot. So it's really good.
And look, we're talking about the store. Here's all the add-ons that you can get it on the Kickstarter. You know,
Yeah, part of the reason why I wanted this new store is because I'm going to have these add-ons for backers that come off for their final pledge authorizations, for the shipping and stuff, and I'll be offering more merchandise for them to look at and evaluate if they want it as like kind of last minute try type thing. But yeah, everything that's loaded here will be on the store, and then I'll have some additional merch that I'm loading that'll be available after the campaign's done. We're doing late pledges. I haven't done that before, so I'm not sure how far out a late pledge can go. But
interesting.
I'll be offering late pledges. So even though the Kickstarter ends on the 13th, there is still opportunity for late pledges after that. And then believe me, I'm still learning this as I go type thing. So
Right.
after the Kickstarter goes, I'll probably do a backer kit campaign as well and just leave it out there for a few months and see how that hits.
See what it gathers. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because the whole point is to try to gather the money so you can actually do more with this.
well,
So
yeah,
I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at this and the way I look at cons, I mean, it'd be great if I could get 10 grand from this campaign. That's not going to happen. I understand that. Okay. But the way I look at it is I've got, 36 backers now, 38 backers.
Right.
And, these are people that I've known, some people I don't know. I mean, I'm running an ad campaign and the ads picked up a few people who I'm not even aware of, and they've joined this mission. So it's about expanding your fan base and getting people involved because they start talking about it with their friends and their friends and so on. So it's the old, was it Purell commercial? Whatever it was. So anyway, um, but yeah, it's just a matter of keeping the faith and keep pushing forward and getting people turned on to it. I think if it's a good product, it's a wholesome product. There's really no reason why it can't be something that's successful. So
That is true.
yeah,
I gotta say, like again, it's like we were just talking about Papa. You have something here. I completely believe in it, and I want to see where you can go with this, especially
yeah,
because we've had a couple of conversations on the future of this.
yeah. I mean, it's been no secret. I mean, I want to do like a Pokemon experience. That was a very successful app because one, Pokemon's huge, but I think in terms of the immediacy of kids walking around, kids, adults walking around with their phones and interacting with the environment, based on the site they reach. And Pokemon activates, an engagement either with a gym or a battle gym, whatever that may be, or you walk through the neighborhood and you run into Pokemon as you're walking. The whole idea that I have with history all around us is to make this, if you reach a historical spot, you actually engage with what happened in history at that time. So I live in the midst of history here in New Jersey, and it's totally the American Revolution. You throw a stone, you'll hit a historic site. And the idea is if you walk around, you hit a historic site, you either walk into a battle or you actually meet someone at that site and you can actually interface with them. And that's really the whole point, is to have that capability of using the GPS, using an integrated programming system where you can have players interact with their environment, but then learn about history as they're doing it at the same time. That's what I'm really excited about. And that's really part of the education framework as well, because I could see, kids having to go out and, do a homework assignment where they have to go and, just walk their neighborhood, with their friends and figure out what happened in the neighborhood and then come back and report it to class. They'll be
Right.
surprised what you see because you walk around anywhere. I don't care if it's New York, Virginia, Kentucky, Louisiana, wherever. Something happened somewhere at that time, and that's really the whole point of getting people to know that you don't realize what really happened in this area and how rich it is with information. So
Yeah, I get you.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
you know,
one of the things I like saying is like you walk around Yosemite, you walk into Ansel Adams, and he's like taking photographs of Yosemite Park. That'd be really cool.
it always bugs me out, especially and we talk about this one all the time. It is, George Washington was all over the tri-state area because the Revolutionary War was pretty much here, but I don't feel like people realize that.
No, huge in New York. I mean, I mean, they talk about Jamaica Queens. They talk about Wall Street. They talk about even uptown Harlem. It wasn't called Harlem at the time, but Yorktown Heights, I think it was. And it's just like there's so much history in that area, and it's even outside of the Revolution. These areas are just rich with different aspects of how the country was built and how it was developed after that. So
And that's why I like the idea. It's because history is all around us, like you say. In the thing, history is all around us,
yep.
and I feel like it'd be great to be able to find out what history is around you.
Yep. That's really the whole point of this idea. I mean, I know the technology can do it. It's just, again, building out content. That's what it comes down to.
Which is why we need your money, folks.
Yeah, I don't know if they need the money, but I need support to like get the resources. So,
Exactly. We need
that's
to
really
give Paul a team. That's what I like to say.
yeah. So it's like I'm trying to get my kids on board with this to help out, and they've been kind of sort of doing stuff, which is kind of cool. I really enjoy working with them. I'm not sure if they enjoy working with me, but it's funny. It's really cool.
I love the fact, like, you do so, like, there's so much here. You know, And I gotta say, like, compared to other creatives, you really have fleshed everything out, and you have so much to your Kickstarter, because there's so much around it.
Yeah, I just, the way I look at this, and I come from a background in graphic design and marketing, and always trying to repurpose things. And that's why if you look at those dossier cards, those dossier cards are actually, I have them on my desk here somewhere. I have the pack, but these are the dossier cards that were featured in the pre Kickstarter. Whoop, get focused. Where is it? There it goes. Yeah.
There it
So
goes. Yeah.
this is the pack, so it's kind of a cool thing. It's got the logo on the front. That's just a sticker. But the thing with the cards is, I had them here. I'm not sure what to do with them. Oh, here they are. The dossier cards are actually being used in the tabletop role playing game. Okay.
Right.
So it's kind of cool. So in addition to be kind of these cool, character cards that explains who these people were in history, right? But you'll be able to use them in the role playing game as well. So I'm kind of multi-purposing things as I do that, so that I, one, don't have to keep recreating stuff over and over again, but two, make it like a fully integrated system that we'll be able to leverage for other products. And that's really what it comes down to, is being able to repurpose what I have and just keep building up on it without having to keep reinventing the wheel each time. So
Which, I feel like the more the better it is, because it kind of helps you sell your product.
yeah, I think it's a big sales point. I mean, my feeling is someone wants to come and buy the company, they've got not only a comic book now, but they're going to have a video game, and ultimately a tabletop role playing game, along with a bunch of merch. I mean, it's almost a no brainer. You've got something set up for a basis for something that could be really great. And we've joked about this, like the gentleman from Abracadabra, and having a TV show. I mean, I could definitely see this being a TV show.
Oh, definitely, because this lends itself to all that. This lends itself to being a TV show, a cartoon. There's so much.
Well, I think the thing about it too is, like, that's one thing that I found, even with video games, it's like they're kind of limited by their content. It's like, I loved Destiny, I loved Assassin's Creed, but it's like it got to the point where, like, it was almost becoming repetitive. It's like the same thing over and over again, because they just couldn't figure out a way to introduce new things without repeating themselves. Whereas this is history. I mean, the content is enormous. You can have easily 100 episodes of this without even blinking an eye, without even thinking twice. I have things planned for, like, the Galactic Space Time Consortium, where it could totally collapse and they got to start over from scratch. But it doesn't matter. I got characters in history that help build it back up again. So it's really the whole point of understanding that it's not the story that's important. It's the idea of history.
Yeah.
And taking those characters from history to build on the content, and that's where it becomes, again, the sky's the limit. You really can build out anything from this and not really worry about it. So,
which is good, because that's the whole thing, because it's everything else is secondary. The history is primary.
yeah.
And I also feel like, because you are where you are, you can have a place where the good guys are winning. You can have a place where the bad guys are winning, because it's history.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a comic book. We can do whatever we want. If
Exactly.
someone dies, we can bring it back. It doesn't matter. It's time travel. I mean,
I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like messing with time travel, because of this. But it's the truth, though, because you're at different points in time. Things are in a different points in time.
Well, I'm gonna geek out right now, okay? Because I love Strange New Worlds. Okay, it's gonna be one of the best Star Trek series going right now. Okay,
Right.
I just saw the latest episode. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Okay,
No.
If you haven't, you have to. Okay, because it's so cool what they did. It just blew my mind. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. That's all I'm gonna say. First,
I was going to say, like, there's probably some people out there go, no, don't say it.
I'm not saying anything. Strange New Worlds, you gotta watch it because it's so good. It's just it's that good. Okay, what they did was perfect. It's everything about time travel. It's just like, it just blows the doors off it. I love it. They just didn't make any excuses. They just did it. I just love it. It's really cool.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing with time travel. It's complicated. I feel like they do a great job explaining it in Avengers Endgame.
Well, yeah, I mean the whole paradox, right? I mean
Yeah,
you have two paradoxes, right? You either go back in time, okay, and you disrupt the timeline, and then everything going forward is different. That was
yeah,
Back to the Future, right? That was essentially Back to the Future.
exactly.
Okay. Then you have the other paradox. You go back in time, but then you change something, but nothing happens, but you're able to change it.
Right.
And then why does that happen? I mean, why didn't anything else get affected by that? It's just like that's the paradox. They don't know. No one knows how to time travel. No one's done it, so they don't know which one is real or not. And it's like, well, they both can be. You can go back in
Yeah,
time, have something happen. It changes the future, but it doesn't cause an alternate reality. It just changes the future.
yeah,
So this whole idea of like, multi-dimensional realities because you're changing time. I don't know. I mean, I just feel that it's something that it's a paradox and people don't know how to explain it. So people get upset. No, it's this way, or no, it's that way. It's like no, time travel is not real at this point. So what does it matter? It's still fiction. So you make it any way you want. The
yeah.
way I look at it. You
And
know.
there's so many ways to go with it. 'Cause I know there's the other concept where all time is happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Hmm.
So the one thing I really want to get into, which I haven't done yet, is the whole thing of Einstein's theory of relativity, and everyone's talked about it, but I haven't really studied it, and I think that's important for me to study because ultimately what's going to happen is Einstein's going to show up, and he's going to talk to CT, and they're going to have identity crisis. So I want to make sure when these two guys get together, I know what I'm talking about, in terms of theory of relativity. So
That's funny. I can't wait to see that.
yeah, it's going to be funny. I think that's episode 4. That'll be episode 4. Episode 3 is like I'm so psyched for, man. I'm just working on the finals for episode 2 to lead into 3 because George asked me on the show the other night. So you're going to do more episodes? Hell yeah, there's going to be more episodes coming, pal. Just hold on to your seat. Get a seatbelt going because I'm going to rock your world. So I got to say.
I'm gonna rock your world. Oh my god. Yeah, it's all this stuff, and I feel like you're doing it the right way because you're not dealing like this like it's a job. You're just having fun with it.
Yeah, I mean it's work, but my wife says she sees me get frustrated sometimes, but it's like it's still work. I mean, though it is creative, it's fun, but
Hmm.
when things don't work out, you get frustrated. You
Yeah,
just want to keep moving forward, and when you start getting setbacks, then that's when it gets frustrating for me. So
but it's also
that's
because we believe in this stuff. You believe in what you're doing. And so it gets. And we were talking about this in the reading room where we see that it's a great product. It's a great Kickstarter or it's whatever, and it just doesn't go anywhere, or it just goes barely anywhere.
well, that's all right. I mean, like I said, I don't have the fan base. A lot of these Kickstarters that take off, people know who the creator is, and so they jump on board because they know who they are. They recognize who it is. And that happens for a lot of people. I know
It
Mata's
does.
a
Yeah.
ton of Kickstarters, and God bless her, she's great. She's done 9 so far, but she's built a fan base, and that's why she's doing great now because it's taken that build up over time. I mean, you have to be patient and realize it's going to take time to get traction, and that's why you do the cons. That's why you go and meet people. That's why you try and engage with them through email or whatever, or you do the social media and try and engage with them through that. And it's just making people aware. So I think the more people become aware, the more they understand how important it is, then they get involved and actually want to help support it. And it's not easy. I mean, especially when you're running on a shoestring and you're doing it yourself. And a lot of these companies have the backing of media departments and marketing departments and
Yeah.
creative departments, and it's like they're spending a ton of money on ads and everything. And then I understand that, I've seen it happen, and it's great if you can do that, but if you don't, it's hard. It's just, if you believe in yourself, believe in the product, you have the passion and the desire, you just get it done. Move forward. Every step forward for me is an accomplishment. There's gonna be step backs, and I just look at that. Okay, so I take a step back, but I'm gonna keep moving forward no matter what happens. So
Oh, definitely. And I feel like we need to say that because sometimes I know that a lot of people get frustrated out there, and it is frustrating because these are great projects. But sometimes you just got to keep building.
yeah, I mean, you just gotta say whatever I do, as long as I keep going forward. If I'm not achieving the ultimate goal that I want, at least I've achieved something, and and just keep moving on that. Like the relationships I formed with these guys for the variant covers is amazing. and I've had similar relationship forming with the artists that I've worked with over the past few years in terms of doing the artwork for how would you draw a Time Enforcer's character.
Right.
And, understanding these people and what they're doing, these are resources that I can tap. If I get an opportunity where I have some money involved, I can tap someone to help me, start doing artwork for the book instead of me doing it all the time. I'm forming these relationships with them to get that done. And so it's building a network that I need to get that going. And that's really important. I've met some great writers moving through this whole process, and being able to bounce ideas off them or get their involvement in terms of developing ideas be awesome. I mean, I want to tap Michael Oden regarding his knowledge of antiquity. I think it'd be great to add in. You talk about the tabletop role-playing game, okay? You can definitely do episodes and add-ons for this whole game module. So not only are you talking about like a video game, but with a tabletop role-playing game, you can have 2 modules to start. You can have Feudal Japan and you can have episode 2, right?
Right.
But then you buy that base system. Now you can buy an add-on for episode 3. It talks about the American Revolution and the building of Washington. Okay. And then you can have episode 4. It might talk about antiquity. And these are all independent modules. Just keep adding to the gaming system. Before you know it, now I have a tabletop role-playing game that's like huge. It just builds out and tells a story. And that's really the whole point of.
Which is the great thing about everything you're doing with Time Enforcers, that it just builds on what's before it.
Yep. And I don't mind if things don't really align. Like I kind of change things. I mean, like it's history, it's time. Things get messed up anyway, so it's okay. I mean, I don't have a ton of people keeping track of like the editorial comments. Like, well, this happened in episode 1. Why isn't it happening in episode 3?
Oh, it'll happen
because I wrote it that way. You got a problem?
It'll happen soon. We get the guys. Well, Ralph, you are wrong with your assumption on. I'm like, oh my god, here we go.
I'm so tired of the sacred timeline. I'm just so tired. That's like it's time to blow up the sacred timeline.
I gotta say, I kind of miss when comics were comics. I understand that you're following a certain thought process with these books, but if I want to do something stupid in this book, why and then I want to do something stupid in the next book, I shouldn't be like stuck with some kind of timeline.
Exactly. So what if it changes? It's a comic book. That's what made Batman great in the 60s.
Oh, definitely.
They thought they were taking themselves so seriously, but it was so campy. And it was great. It was so awesome. It's like, well, I need the anti-bat spray to get rid of this bat or whatever. The shark spray. It's just like, okay. Yeah. It's fantastic. I love it. Adam West was so serious about it, but it's like so ridiculous at the same time, which made it fun. It was great. It was really great.
I agree. And that's what I like about Batman 66 is because, it was what it was. But I also feel like people have gotten too serious. They want to see the characters too serious. I'm like, dude, these are comic book characters. They're comic book characters.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I'm looking at Ultimate Batman now, and everything's just so dark. And it's like, oh, God. I'm almost getting to the point now we're going to stop reading it because I like the story, don't get me wrong. I love the artwork. It's great. But it's like, I don't know. I think it's moving so far away from what Batman really was. Because my idea of Batman is Marshall Rogers. He's a detective. He'll go in there. He'll figure things out. I mean, his biggest battle, I remember that series with Marshall Rogers was against, Professor Hugo Strange. Amazing. The intricacies that they wrote into that storyline was incredible. And it wasn't like, world changing. It was just Batman trying to figure out how to defeat this guy who was a maniacal, professor and looking to destroy, I can't remember what they were doing, but it's just so cool, and that's what I look at being like, this is amazing. And it wasn't like over the top. It wasn't gory. It wasn't like this, that, or the other thing. It was just a great story, and that's what I liked about it. So, good guys, bad guys, and the bad guys look like they're winning. How does a good guy figure out how to beat them? So.
At least with Absolute, it makes sense. It's a storyline they're doing, and it also makes sense because of who created that world.
Yeah, yeah. So, I like Absolute Wonder Woman. I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's a great series.
I've heard a lot of good things about Absolute Wonder Woman. Yeah,
I like that a lot. And I think they're really trying to do something really different, but keep in line. Still, Wonder
I,
Woman.
I feel like Absolute's doing well because it is what it is. You
Yeah.
can tell that sooner or later the storyline's going to end. But I feel like that's what it is. I think what's happening is the burnout from the DC Marvel universes, where as soon after a while they just like reshake everything up because they can't have these characters, whatever.
Yep.
You know, but I because like with manga, you tell a story and you're done.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing because it's funny you say that. Because I think one of the best Marvel movies I've seen in a long time, okay, since Infinity War, was Fantastic Four. With Pedro Pascal, and it's
Right.
just like it was amazing. But they went back to the roots. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it was a Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm, duking each other out because they're best friends and have a good time, giving each one a hard time. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
was a great relationship story there, and that was a great movie. I really enjoyed that a lot. And I think they have to understand it's like you don't have to keep changing the world every 2 minutes to have a new storyline. I think it's just a matter of figuring out, even if you use the same villains, because good gravy. How many times did Galactus appear in Fantastic Four within the first 100 issues of that book? At least 3 or 4 times. And somehow Reed and the team were able to defeat him each time. But it's just like the stories were different, even though we're using the same characters, and that's what really made it great. So.
It's also again, it was a different time. Canon stuff. It was more about writing stories.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about everything having to fit the canon or whatever,
Yep.
or like we were just talking about before. It was more about I want to write a story. I'm going to write a story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because now it's like I'm going to write a story, but I need to know what Batman is doing, so my story doesn't get affected by it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they kind of blow that excuse out of the water because no, it's an alternate reality, so it doesn't matter anymore, right? Let's face it. If we're going to blow the wheels off the bus, and you can say it's an alternate reality, we can do whatever we want.
That's what they say now. Yeah,
Yeah.
alternate reality. Alternate reality.
Well, they did that with Spider-Man, right? Coming Home. It's like they had all the Spider-Man from all the different
Oh, that
movies.
was a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I like the way they handled it. It was like they dealt with it as alternate realities, and the Green Goblin was different, than the Green Goblin in the current reality. It's kind of
Speaking
cool.
of which, we might as well talk about it since it releases on the 31st.
I'm crossing my fingers, man. I've seen a couple previews. I'm like, oh my god, please.
It looks good. It looks
You
really
think
good.
so? I'm just
Yeah.
getting nervous. I'm getting nervous about this one.
So, are you gonna go see it?
Huh?
Are you gonna go see it?
I don't know if I'll see it in the movies, only because I don't have time. I probably just catch it when it comes out on TV. But
Yeah, you got a Kickstarter going on, yeah.
yeah, it's just not only that, but it's just I got a Kickstarter going. I got to finish the book, and then I got to do a tabletop role playing game. So it's like, and I got a family, so I don't go to movies anymore. But I'm just hoping. I just hope it's good. I love Spidey.
Oh, from all the stuff I've seen,
Okay.
it's already the pre ticket sales are like up the wall. This is in part gonna be ready to go and make its money just like the other Spider-Man movies. You're definitely gonna see this thing make $1 billion.
Oh, there's no doubt they're going to make money off it. I mean, it's a Marvel movie, and they haven't released one in a while. So, I think the last one they released was Fantastic Four, right? That's the last one I've seen being released. I can't remember anything.
I think you're right.
And
think
so
you're right.
that's been at least a year and a half, if not 2 years, since that came out. So it's like they ran a dry spell. I think they were getting like almost superhero fatigue at some point. So.
Well, they took a step back because they were releasing a lot of stuff back to back to back to back.
Yeah, but I
think this releases now, and I think Doomsday releases in December?
I don't know. I'm looking for the Doomsday, but is it still Robert Downey Jr. is Victor? Is he still the cast? See, I kind of wish they did someone different, but I don't know. I guess because it's an Iron Man suit.
Well, I think they're going with there's a certain storyline where Tony Stark is Doom. I think that's the storyline they're trying to do, or they're trying to integrate into this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see where that goes. But no, what I liked about the Spidey was, especially after the last one they did after Coming Home, was like everyone forgot who he was. It's like no augmented suit. This is like Spidey that I knew growing up. it was his wits and just being able to clean the walls and then being able to web shoot. That was it. There was no like high tech gear or whatever. That's Spider-Man. I mean, it's
Well,
kind of cool.
they went in the direction of Tony Stark Jr. So
Right. And it was the wrong direction. It's not Spidey. I mean, what made Spidey great was he's a wise ass and he like talked the villains down and get them upset and like beat the heck out of them. That was great. That's what I love about Peter Parker. That's what made him great,
but you know what it is? Our Peter Parker was a self-made man. I'm not saying that this Peter Parker isn't, but he had a mentor in Tony Stark.
He did, but now he is almost self-made now because he's got.
See, that's
no
what they're
one.
saying. That the
Right.
new movie is like a restart for Spidey.
Right.
Now
That's what I like about it.
Puts him in that place where he's Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and and I think the storyline for this is the importance of Peter Parker because they've gotten rid of him.
Yep.
And he's been Spider-Man the whole time now. So I think they're going to dive into why Peter Parker is important.
Yep. And that's really cool. I mean, he doesn't have the relationship with Aunt May. She's gone. So, I mean, and then no one knows who he is. I mean, the whole thing with Mary Jane and his friend, I can't remember his name, but
Ned Leeds.
Yeah, they don't know who he is. So he's starting from, a clean slate. So it'll be interesting. I'm just holding my breath that it's going to be okay. And, we'll see.
We'll see. It looks good. So far, it looks good. Everything I've seen, it looks really good. So,
good.
We'll find out in 2 days.
I'm going to trust you. I'm not sure if I'll make it to the movies, but I'll definitely watch it either on Disney because I'm sure it's going to
be once this thing releases and we start getting the information, because this is what usually happens. I already have information that I probably shouldn't have right now, but it's not fun to share stuff like that.
I'm not going to listen to that crap. I'm just going to, like I said, if I can't make the movies, I'll watch on TV because I am looking forward to seeing Masters of the Universe because now it's on Prime. So I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it.
Well, I've heard a lot of good things about Masters of the Universe. It was a good movie. I'm surprised people didn't go see it.
Well, the only thing that bothered me was Skeletor's voice kind of didn't sound like Skeletor's voice. You know what I'm saying? So I got to watch it. That's one thing I liked about the whole, Masters Universe Skeletor. Like, T-Man.
Remember. I like those freaking memes.
And then he would talk, but, the mouth didn't really sync with the voice. It was like almost like Japanese, movie making, which was amazing. That was great.
It kind of makes sense, though.
I
always wondered how he was talking and saying certain words because
exactly. It's stuff like that that would have been really cool, but it's okay. That's just me.
But I love that campy stuff. We grew up on this stuff, and it bugs me out now where people get all serious about their superheroes. I'm like, dude, just have fun with it.
Comic book.
Yeah. All right, so one more time, tell the people where they can find Time Enforcers.
So my social media handle is @Time Enforcers, all one word. You can get us pretty much everywhere. And then we have our store at timeenforcers.store, and our Kickstarter is up, and we're funded, but I like to really make a stretch goal. We're only $314 away from making that. Would be great. So, and the way it goes with me, I'll probably be throwing a lot of free stuff to the backers anyway because I just appreciate everyone who backs my campaign.
If you're considering, if we get to the stretch goal, giving everybody a free comic book, because that's pretty much what you're saying.
Yep.
That says a lot right there.
Well, I mean, I love Keith Williams' art. Okay, one, I want to share it because it looks so cool, And what I like about this, and I really thought about, the whole idea how to make each, reward exclusive to Kickstarter, and that's when I came up with the idea of the Virgin variants. And they're not going to be offered. It's like the 2 cards here; these aren't offered anymore. No one can get these unless you contributed before the campaign. So I had about 10 people do this, and they are going to get the gold packs with the cards in them and a sticker. And I got the 2 cards on the Kickstarter for Maisie and Togo, and those are only be for the Kickstarter. That's it. So if you're going to come play my role-playing game later and you don't have those cards and other people do, guess what?
That's doing Kickstarter the right way. I like exclusivity. I like the fact that if you supported the Kickstarter, you got something nobody else is going to get.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it. And believe me, I got enough characters where I can do more exclusive add-ons like that, especially for the tabletop game. So It's just fun. I mean, I don't mind doing that. And either way I look at it, if someone really wants a card and they chime up enough, I'll give them a card. I'm such a softie that way. I can't help it. But that's okay. Can't help it.
I am going to remind you guys before we leave here, is our pals are this weekend at Gen Con.
I thought it was last weekend.
No, it's this weekend.
It's this week. I thought it was last weekend.
Yep, this weekend at Gen Con. So go check them out if you're going to be there. They're the Sentinels of the Shieldless. It's for a good cause as well. Dude, if you're at Gen Con, go say hi. Tell them the Bit and Apple sent you.
That was amazing. That was aside from the programming difficulties we had with StreamYard.
Yeah,
that was a great show. I mean, the people we had on were just movers and shakers. It was so cool. It was really a lot of fun. So
remember, folks, Gen Con is this weekend, and we have a lot of friends that are going to be there at Gen Con. I was just talking to somebody about the fact that we have so many people I know at Gen Con this year. Of course, Nomnivore Games, who we love here on the show, they're going to be there as well, tabling and showing off all their amazing games and the little noms.
Yeah, so cool.
Go check them out. Of course, we're going to play the video because we have to play the video because Paul had too much fun making this.
Wow, this is so much fun. Thanks, man.
Welcome to the next thrill of Time of Christmas Saga, Episode 2, Lion Anthony School, where learning can be fun.
Welcome to Intergalactic News, your single source of truth for the events that shape our reality. Timeline in chaos. The GSTC moves into action. This is your announcer, Ed Henry, bringing you the latest intergalactic updates from the Axiom News Network. The Galactic Space-Time Consortium, watchful guardians of the timeline, are under attack! A new evil from a trans-dimensional realm has emerged with a diabolical mission to transform reality as we know it. As events unfold, one question remains and looms large. Has the public placed its faith in an organization unprepared to handle the challenges ahead?
Fascinating read, a bit difficult to comprehend. I'll have to consult with CG about this one. Well, hello there, and good day to you. I'm Paul Hebert, speaking to you from the historic Thomas Nass Library, right here in Morristown, New Jersey. Now, if you've been following the reports from the Axiom News Network, you could be forgiven for believing our situation is, well, needless to say, rather dire. However, the truth is considerably more fascinating. For centuries, history has quietly shaped the world around us. Yet few realize that hidden behind pivotal moments in our past stands an organization dedicated to protecting the very timeline itself, the Galactic Space-Time Consortium. Its mission appears simple, but it is somewhat difficult in practice. Preserve history as we know it. Today, this challenge has never been more important, and that is precisely what the Time Enforcers is all about. One might even say learning history can be far more exciting when action and adventure is a big part of it. But enough from me. I would like to introduce you to one of the founders of the GSTC, the venerable Professor C.T. Howgans. C.T., are you there?
Blast it, Paul. Couldn't you have picked a better time to drop in? It's total chaos here. The outer defenses of the GSTC headquarters have been breached. Time portals are destabilizing. The archives are under siege. The very timeline itself is at risk of collapse. We need to call in every recruit we can from GSTC to help. I can't speak now. I have to go.
Well, as you can see, the situation has become considerably a bit more complicated, and quite frankly, we can use your help. Joining our Kickstarter campaign is your opportunity to take part in this mission. Whether you're discovering Time Enforcers for the very first time, or you followed our adventures from the very beginning, you will find a reward tier worthy of every agent. Choose from multiple editions of the graphic novel, including 5 stunning variant covers illustrated by an incredible lineup of legendary artists, an exclusive hardcover edition, and additional rewards that will unlock as new stretch goals are achieved throughout the campaign. Every pledge strengthens the mission. Every backer helps bring this adventure one step closer to reality. Friends, make a pledge. Support the mission and help us defeat Kremlin and his evil minions of doom once and for all. The GSTC is counting on you. Thank you for your support.
The look, man, the look.
I am just going to keep using that, man. I just love the Muppet face.
I gotta say, man, that look really sells that. I was like, what?
Just love the Muppet face.
I think I gotta start doing the look.
Exactly.
Oh my god. James Burton's like, hey, always was like so much fun. Oh my god. I gotta say, you had too much fun making that.
Yeah, it was fun. I just wish the sound quality was a little better. I was so frustrated because I was rushing, but I think I have to get like an overhead mic now for this stuff. I like to get higher tech.
Or a lapel mic.
I did. I had one. I think what happened was my voice was bouncing off the book, so that's why it sounded echoey. So when I closed the book, came down, and my voice got normal again.
I saw.
Because that little badge there is my mic, so it's funny.
You probably need one of. I'm surprised you don't have one actually, because you do enough of these shows.
What, a Wham stand mic?
Well, yeah, that too, but what is my mic? I have a professional mic over here that changes my voice to like nice and smoothing and sexually.
You don't need that.
Well, that's why I don't use it. Like I used to have it over here, and I'm like, I don't need this thing. Right now, my show works off of the freaking camera that I have, the web camera that's up here.
Right.
And that says a lot. And I've had this thing for a long time now.
Yeah.
And it's a Logitech. So I really didn't expect it to be so good.
Yeah, it's funny. The video quality from my webcam is better than it was from my little, portable mic. I can't figure it out. I could have been, I videotaped it on my third floor, which is a big room. So it might have been because it was echoing. I don't know, but it's all right. I'm living and learning. I just have to do it more and figure out how to do things better.
Yeah, it is what it is. Of
It's
course,
okay.
Our pal Fish will be here Monday. So because this Kickstarter kicks off Monday. And this looks fantastic. I can't wait to purchase this because me and rolling things up to get creative. I love it.
Looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to support that one too. I love Fish. He's a good guy.
And of course, just like I was saying, our friends from Nominal War Games will be at Gen Con, and I had to show the cuteness. So.
It's fun. I love it.
Go say hi. Tell them the Bit and Apple sent you.
So much fun.
I think that is everything. So
I can't get over the amount of people in this industry. It flabbergasts me. I just it's like, how many people does he know?
Even I'm surprised sometimes, but then I think about it. I've been out doing this for 10 years, and I'm like, okay, makes sense.
I guess, but man, it's just like I had no clue when I met you 3 years ago at Garden State what I was getting into. So that's all I gotta say.
It's an interesting time at a con show. That's why I usually tell the guys, go do your stuff. I'll meet up with you guys later because I get stopped. There was a con that I went to and I barely got off the freaking first 2 rows.
That's awesome. That means you're popular and you're busy. That's a good thing, right? So,
speaking of which, on Saturday? Yeah, on Saturday, August 1st, we will be at Bronx Anime in the Bronx, having fun, hanging out, doing all the good stuff. And next week, we will be at Terrificon, hanging out, doing our thing. We'll be there Saturday, right? Saturday,
yep.
Yep, so either time you're going to be there, come say hi to us, and I'll put you in the trailer.
Yeah, it's always fun. I mean, it's fun hanging out. It's fun meeting a lot of people, and it really is a great time, So, I mean, I just can't get over the creative talent at these events. It amazes me what people are doing, and and the way you bring them to light, Ralph, is just incredible. Gentleman's work, and you're doing a great job. So, really cool.
Yes, folks, and if you want me to bring you to light, you can always say, "Hey, Ralph, can you bring me to light?"
Exactly. Deserve it.
I think we've got everything covered. I feel like we're missing something, but I always feel like we're missing something.
No, I think we're good. This is a great show. I love geeking out with you, man. It's great.
Oh, dude, I like these shows, the smaller, geekier shows. Just remember, folks, on Monday it will be a couple of guests, but of course, our friend Fish will be guest hosting as he kicks off his Kickstarter. Paul will continue to show off his Kickstarter, and we will probably be tired from Bronx Anime.
Okay. We'll trudge through and get there. So, gotta love it.
Exactly.
This
I
is the
gotta
con
say,
season, right? We gotta like tighten up the belts,
dude,
pull up our pants, keep
what
going.
do we got? Let me see. This weekend, Bronx Anime. Next weekend, Terrificon. I think if I want to do, I think
When is NYC anime? Sorry, Anime NYC. When is that? That's coming up soon, isn't it?
That's coming up soon as well. That we're busy this year. Hold on,
Because I didn't get
Anime
tickets for that. So
NYC is the week. Oh, okay, there you go. So 20, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's Anime NYC. Yep. And I feel like there's something on the 18th.
yeah, there's got to be something in between there. I'm sure there is.
And here's another thing: if you guys aren't going to Terrificon, LI RetroCon is that same weekend.
Yeah, I saw advertisements of that too. Yep.
And our pal Russ from Game of Tunes will be there.
I think Shannon's gonna be there too. I think Shannon's at that one.
I think so.
Yep.
I think so.
Yep.
I guess we'll see. But it is coming up. Wait, maybe I can look it up for you guys. Hold on. LI Retro. What do we got? LI Retro.
Yeah, I think Shannon put a post up earlier. She's gonna be there.
Oh, she's been busy, so it's possible. LI Retro.
Yeah, after meeting Stephanie from Pure Magic, it's a cool channel. That's a lot of fun. That channel. I watched Sky Hoshi. Really funny. It was good. I like it. Really good.
God. What is retro? I'm just looking for a poster. Come on, give me a poster. It's you know what? I'm just gonna show you what I'm looking at.
You can tell it's a live show now for sure.
Oh, definitely. Especially when I want to show certain things off. Here's LI Retro. They will be happening the same weekend as Terrificon, and of course, if you like video games, this is the show for you.
Yep.
There you go. Long Island Retro. I gotta say, I love this show. It always happens at the same time as Terrificon, so I kind of tend to miss it. But it's a great video game show, so go check it out. And of course, it's in the Cradle of Aviation, so you got a double thing where you get the Cradle of Aviation, and you get retro, and you get the video games. Because oh my God, those booths are incredible.
Looks like a blast. Wish you could split yourself in half and go to two places at once. It'd be great.
Well, I could hit off. I don't think I'm going to because I'm usually tired as hell from Terrificon. I could go to Terrificon on Saturday, then LI Retro on Sunday. But I am so tired.
It's by the time you get up to Terrificon, it's at least 3.5 hours. It's not easy. It's a rough commute up there, and then get back to 3.5 hours. So you're just traveling 6 hours one day.
Oh, definitely.
It's rough. I've done that a lot.
You know who does it? McCarrick, the cosplayer.
Mm-hmm.
She usually goes to Terrificon, and then on Sunday she goes to LI Retro.
Really?
And I was telling her last time, I was like, how do you do? Oh my God! Folks, this is a great con. Go check it out. Of course, our pal Russ from Game of Tunes will be there. And dude, I gotta show you what he's been up to because he's been busy.
Oh, I saw his recent posts. Look great.
Oh my God, I love what he's been up to.
Was it Link? I can't remember what he saw earlier.
Look at this.
Yeah, Link is up there.
No. This is an Elven Ranger.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was Link.
Yeah. Sorry. First up is my Elf Archer, Leaf Willowbow.
Really cool.
Dude, look at that. He has a dark.
He's a drow.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Dude, and here's his barbarian, an orc barbarian.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's been busy. Like, dude, this alone, I was telling him, I was like, just take my money.
Well, I believe in this guy, and you can tell why. I mean, it's so freaking cool.
dude, these fidgets are fantastic.
Hey, you got to switch the camera, man. I got mine up. Take a look. I'm showing his stuff off.
And I'm not partial here. Look at that. I'm not partial here.
Left me up there for like a second and a half. Come on. I got 2. You got 1.
Well, look, I turned it into 2.
Well, mine's 4 now. There, you want 4? I got 4. Okay.
Yeah, folks. I don't know why I have it here, because if you hear the clicking, you know what I'm playing with back here. Game of Tunes, folks.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something like this, hit up Russ from Game of Tunes, and he can make it for you. He actually does the art for the character, and then he makes it these little things. So work with them. It's worth your money. Believe me.
So much fun.
Oh my God, yeah. Folks, look at that. We've geeked out. We've done all the crazy things. Go check out Time Enforcers. Help out the Kickstarter. Give Paul the team he needs.
Not much. I mean, like I said, I'm a capitalist, but I have no idea what it is to charge people. So
that's why you need to support this, because you're going to get a bunch of swag as soon as all those stretch goals happen. This weekend we will be at Bronx Anime. So there you go. And of course, on this show, when it ends, I press the button